Glitter Bomb. Number 14, Striking Viking. 1849, Gold Rusher. 222, Karma. 26, Sugar and Spite. 27, Firecracker. Number 3, Little Miss Savage. 426, Ace Hard Scare. 6051, Dazzle. Number 8, Powerhouse. And rounding out the pack is number 9, Brutal Beauty. They are your Pixie roller derby team in white.
And roller derby, families, friends, and fans. Captain Benandy has turned on the fasten your seatbelt sign, so please make sure your tray tables and seats are in their full upright and locked position, because we are about to introduce Denver's Major Turbulence. Number 02, Rainbow Bomber. Number 10, Sid Vicious. Number 11, Painbow. Number 1111, Jazzmanian Devil. Number 17, Dynamite Dog. Number 18, Shiva the Destroyer. Number 181, Darth Skater. Number 19, Juju Jinx. Number 22, Catatomic Bomb. Number 23, Belladonna. Number 29, Hella Destroyer. Number 31, Trick or Treat. 42 is Aruka Assault. Number 44, Mars Bars. 462, Barracuda. Number 616, El Diablo. 63 is Red Rover. 811 is Cottonmouth. And number 88, Track Mamba. No, I said for the Steve.
All right, our live feed is up. We're watching you, so if you're back home watching these kids skate, make sure you give them a shout out. We'll do our best, and if we like you, we'll mention it. If we don't like you, we're not going to say a word. So
$5 always helps.
Oh, $5 will get you a lot. A 20's a 20. So here we go. We're going to pick up at a fast pace. We got Little Miss Savage, number 3 for the white team, coming out against 181 Darth Skater for the blue team. Whistle blows, they go. Darth is on the outside. Little Miss Savage is trying to push through the middle. Now they're getting in the middle, both of them. They're both gunning up. Darth goes down. Little Miss Savage trying to push forward. Little Miss Savage finally gets around. Little Miss Savage is loose in the goose. Darth Skater coming around. About 40 feet separate the two teams. Darth is low and fast, digging hard. Little Miss Savage is getting in there, ducking under, weaving through, calling it off before she gets all 4. She get 3 that time. Guinness gives her the 3-fingered salute, which means you got 3 points.
All right, now we've got number 222, Karma, jamming for the Pixies, and 88, Track Mamba, out there in the blue jersey for Denver. There goes that whistle. Jam number 2 starting off. Quite a pile up there. Looks like Track Mamba is out front at the top on the jammer line, but picking up a forearm. Track Mamba heading to the penalty box. This is a power jam for Karma and the Pixies. And it looks like Karma's just picking off those Denver blockers one by one. Cottonmouth and looks like Dynamite Dog left. And Karma is that lead jammer for the Pixies. Karma's able to score on this next pass. Denver pushing that pack, making Karma work for it. Karma is out. Last ditch effort by Dog. Karma picks up 4 points for the Pixies. And Track Mamba is back on the track now. Little pile up there right in front of Track Mamba. Mamba pushing away through the Pixie defense. Karma getting stuck there by Belladonna, Dynamite Dog. Track Mamba is out, able to score some points, forcing Karma to call off the jam. Karma picks up 3 more for the Pixies for a total of 7 on the jam.
And I'm sorry, but Andy, is this game 1, day 1? Because These kids are at full speed, showing no worse for the wear. And I know each one of these teams has at least 2 games under them already.
You know, they're young. They're not old like us, Salty.
I'm worn out just already sitting here. So these kids are at full speed. It is 11 a.m. in the morning. They've been fatigued, but they're going out at full speed for your entertainment. So here we go. Sid Vicious, number 10 for blue, going head-to-head with 000 Trisket for white. Trisket pounding forward. Not to be denied is Sid Vicious as they're laying down one track that says, I am coming through. And now Sid Vicious heads to the box. And pops Trisket loose. Trisket is loose, coming around. That long, flowing Fabio-like hair.
That's a reference there for Fabio.
Only half of the teams got what Fabio is or who he is, so don't worry. The kids don't understand. So here we go. Trisket is pushing on. Oh, and we have a pile up. Trisket pops up first and is out of there. That was a quick jack in the box. Everybody went down, but Trisket was first up. Trisket comes right into the middle of the pack, pops that triangle. It holds up. Some good cinching by Denver. Oh, now Trisket heads off for a forearm. A lot of forearms in the first 2 games today. We're going to have to control that. But that immediately lets Sid Vicious, who's been out of the box, and Sid Vicious has got the jam. And she's out there by herself for the next 30 seconds, free skating and just scoring points. Right now it's 14-0 Pixies, but Sid Vicious could fix that. And there we go. Denver's on the board with its first 4. The seal is broken. Denver wants more. Out of the pack and right into the jammers, or the blockers, is Trisket. Trisket blows up that tripod and comes right through there. Looks like he's not carrying a big load, but he's got a lot of speed, knows exactly where to hit that hole. Hits it hard, it crumbles. He's back in there. Sid Vicious trying to fight through there. We end up with a 6-11 advantage.
And on our feed, we got some call-outs to Sugar and Spite. Let's go Major. Get him, Glitter Bomb. And let's go Sid Vicious. And now, Missy Elliott, you got this, Sugar and Spite. Go, baby girl. And we are in a team timeout now called by Denver. Ability to start regrouping, talk about some strategy.
Neither team having an advantage. Both play at some altitude. We sit here at 5,000 feet. Giant like assault. It'll dehydrate you, so make sure everybody's hydrating. We're on day 2. Usually water is not enough to get through the weekend. We need our liquid IVs, Gatorades, and all those kind of things. Oh, looks like Saren Gass is pulling the referees together for a little huddle to go over something she wants to go over and make sure everybody sees the same things the same way. Again, we appreciate the referees taking that extra few seconds to make sure all the rules are followed. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do.
We've got number 3, Little Miss Savage, out there jamming for the Pixies, and 11-11, Jasmanian Devil, jamming in blue for Denver. Both of them fighting hard. Looks like Jasmanian Devil is out. Lead jammer. Little Miss Savage right behind, though. Both the pack is getting pushed, making the jammers work hard to get back in. Jasmanian Devil hits the pack, calls it off. Both teams remain scoreless after that jam.
They don't score on every jam. Sometimes you put in a ton of work and end up with 0 points. That's what just happened there. You only get points for passing hips, and they couldn't get past the hips. So here we go. Sugar and Spite is out there. Number 26 for the Pixies, going head-to-head with 181. That is Darth Skater for the Denver Major Turbulence. Whistle blows. They both go to the outside. Now they split. Sugar and Spite tries to go inside. Gets around 42, pushing through there. Couple more to beat, and Sugar and Spite lose. No, number 11 holds back Sugar and Spite. We got a one-on-one duel, and now they got to let her go, and Sugar and Spike gets out. Lead jammer. We got a parade to the penalty box. Each team down a blocker. It'll thin things out for those speed skaters. Now he's continue the parade to the penalty box, and Darth Skater pops loose. Darth Skater is not the lead jammer. It is still Sugar and Spike's world. Sugar and Spice has made their initial pass, and now they're going to see Darth's coming, and they call it off.
Shout out to Firecracker. And let's go Pixies. You got it, Karma, Powerhouse, and Goal Rusher. We're seeing Karma out there right now, number 222, jamming for the Pixies. Track Mama, number 88, jamming for Denver. We're going to have official timeout. Appreciating all our families traveling with your skaters this weekend. Making Derby happen, giving the kids an opportunity to play some high-level roller derby this weekend.
And a special thank you to all the volunteers who don't have any children here that are just here to make Derby go forward. Without you, we can't make it go forward. As I always say, I'm always impressed by the referees who travel around. They have no children involved in this, but they come from out of state just to perfect their craft. Without them, we couldn't play roller derby. It would just be called rugby at that point, and it would not be very pretty. So we appreciate them calling the fouls. We don't like it when they call them on us. That's why I'm not a referee, because I'm biased, as they say. But I appreciate them being able to call it straight down the middle, and we always appreciate that of them. So here we go. We're coming out of the timeout. It looks like we're going to land up Truck Mamba, number 88, going head-to-head with 222 Karma.
And there we go. Jam number 6 is on the way. Both the jammers going back and forth looking for opportunity. Track Mama taking lead position now front. Karma in the back. Track Mama has lead jam for Denver. Karma getting pushed back by the Denver defense. And now Karma is out as Track Mama reaches the pack. Getting hit on the inside by Goal Rusher. And Track Mama calls off the jam. 0 for each of the teams.
All right, now we're going to have a battle of the data here because it's 0-0-0 versus 1-0. I think that's code for the destruction of the world. But here we go. Trisket up against Sid Vicious. They both go up the middle. They're going back and forth, trying to get you to move. Now Trisket is dropped into a snowplow, and he's going to push that entire pack forward. Sid Vicious gets recycled by Fatal Brutal Beauty. The packs separate a little bit. They got a bridge out there. Gold Rusher cycling back Sid Vicious. And now Trisket is out. Trisket is loose and coming around. Trisket's got the first 4, but now breaking out is Sid Vicious. God save the Queen. I guess he didn't know because now there's a king. So here we go. Trisket seeing Sid Vicious coming around and not a big fan of the punk rock music. Calls it off, says, no, I'm a light, tasty cracker.
Number 1111, Jasmanian Devil out there jamming for Denver alongside Little Miss Savage, number 3 for the Pixies. Looks like each team is down a blocker in the penalty box. Jasmanian Devil just hopping on the outside, getting lead jammer for Denver. Little Miss Savage working at the jammer line, trying to find a way through against that Denver defense. Here comes Jasmanian Devil picking off the Pixie defenders one by one, making them spread out. Little Miss Savage still working against the Denver blue wall. Belladonna heading to the penalty box on a forearm. Jasmine Devil picking up 4 points on that pass. And Jasmine Devil calling off the jam. Picking up a single extra point on that pass.
Yeah, one of the things we didn't think about when we put up this pink baffling is it's really hard for the referees and scorekeepers to see each other's fingers. So the scorekeepers have adjusted to a yellow glove, and I see a number of the referees have taped their fingers. Here we go. We've got Sugar and Spite up against Darth Skater. We've seen this movie before. They get the pack going sideways. Darth Skater punishing Brutal Beauty as they come out of there. Darth Skater coming out. He's close behind is Sugar and Spite. Sugar and Spite was lead jammer on that one.
Lots of love going out to both teams for Denver and the Pixies. Number 88 Track Mamba jamming for Denver alongside 222 Karma jamming for the Pixies. There we go, jam number 10 already. It's been a fast-paced game here so far. Now the penalty box is empty. All of our players are out there. And it looks like we've got some Track Mamba getting knocked down, recycled. Karma pushing against the Denver wall, trying to get through. Track Mamba working away against Powerhouse. Getting back into the pack there. Pushing through, knocking them down. Karma pushing hard against that Denver defense. Trying to string them out. Both these jammers working extremely hard just to get out of the pack.
It's impressive to watch Track Mamba get these bigger skaters moving laterally. Doesn't have a big body on her, but she gets you moving laterally. All of a sudden, you're off balance, and you're in her world, and she strikes.
And the crowd is going wild right now. Lots of cheering from their fans. We're sitting at 1 minute and 15 seconds and no lead yet.
That's a hard-fought jam when you've been out there this long and neither one can establish lead.
This will be some tired-out skaters after this jam. Absolutely, Jason. This has been some great defense out there. Both teams playing hard. You know, as Chumbawamba would say, they get knocked down, but they get back up again.
That's going to leave a mark.
We go getting down to the last few seconds of this jam. There we go, scoreless jam. Did not even maintain a lead jammer on that one.
That was a literal version of pushing a rock up the hill. Neither team got the advantage. They both sat there pushing for 2 straight minutes. I would challenge any one of you to get out there, push 3 times your weight for 2 minutes and see how good you feel. Good job, kids. So here we go, number 10, Sid Vicious up against 000 Trisket. They both are moving laterally, trying to get the pack to move laterally. Gold Rusher in there on Sid Vicious, making sure they can't get through. Striking Viking, closing up that hole. They're cinching up rather tight. Trisket pushing on that Denver wall. The Denver wall not giving. Boy, there's a lot of exertion right there. I can tell you there's calories being burned. Brutal Booty cycles back Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious gets some help from Dynamite Dog. Dynamite Dog's back in there, comes in there punching people, getting people out of their way, trying to get Sid Vicious some help. Trisket is still pushing on that 3 wall by Denver. Denver doing a good wall. Trisket pushed out, cycles back in quickly. Gold Rusher tries to cycle back in. Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious gets around, sees an opening, maybe? No, it's closed off by the Pixies in a hurry. Kind of like an avalanche on, what is it, the 36 over there that cuts down your freeways in Denver. But here we go. Now Sid Vicious is loose. Right behind Sid Vicious is Trisket. No, Sid Vicious heading to the box. And Trisket is your lead jammer with 50 seconds left. That was another minute of pure pushing. Trisket coming in, goes right into the pack. 0-2 for Denver, pushing them out, making them rethink his life choices of coming to her side of the wall.
We got Little Miss Savage on this power start for Pixies. Sid Vicious is in the box. Little Miss Savage, Pixies trying to force Denver to spread out their blockers. Hello Destroyer bridging the two blocking packs right there as Sid Vicious returns to the track. Doing what Sid does and juking back and forth. Little Miss Savage still working it against the Denver wall. Sid taking lead position there at the front of the pack now. And Sid picking up another penalty. Getting a high block there for Sid Vicious on the penalty box, leaving another power jam for the Pixies. Little Miss Savage finding that Denver wall difficult to get through. There we go. Looks like Little Miss Savage picking up lead jammer again after a full minute. This is definitely a strong defense game.
We're halfway through the first period. We have 44 points. That tells you all you need to know about a defensive struggle here.
Yeah, 22 points between these two teams right now. That's still anybody's game. And we have an empty penalty box now, so everybody's out there working hard, trying to get their jammers through or blocking the others. Miss Savage gets 4 points now for the Pixies. And Sid Vicious finding out how defense is played from the Pixies. Powerhouse heading to the penalty box on a forearm. The Sid Vicious is at the top. And there we go, the end of the jam. 2 more points for the Pixies. Lots of people on the feed saying this has just been great defense out there.
Yeah, if you're going to get a point in this game, you're going to earn every bit of it. Almost one of those games where each point counts for double, but nope, just 1 point per. So here we go. Jazzmanian Devil coming out against Gold Rusher. Gold Rusher immediately throws a big shoulder into their pack, tries to bust the pack open, and does exactly that. Gold Rusher comes out fast. He's already completed his first lap, coming back into the pack. Still stuck in there is Jazzmanian Devil trying to get through there. Gold Rusher comes in, collapses the Denver wall. Denver wall's quick up and back in his way. We got pack separation, and now we got pack together. Jazzmanian Devil pops loose. Gold Rusher gets the first 4 and calls it off before Jazzmanian Devil can get back around.
Now we're going to be seeing number 181, Darth Skater, and 000 Trisket. If either of these jammers end up upside down, it doesn't matter. We'll still read their numbers.
We'll just have to tell by the ponytails.
And there we go. That jam is off with the whistle. Both the jammers going back and forth, looking for a way to get through. Trisket picking up a penalty, and that gives Darth Skater the opportunity to get lead jammer. Oh, he is not lead jammer. There will not be a lead jam on this. This will be a 2-minute jam. Darth Skater, no pack, no penalty, past one of the blockers while down. But that doesn't matter. He's picking up 4 points for Denver. I agree, Kate. It's just tiring watching this game, even from your seat. And there he goes, our skater, another 4 for Denver, a total of 8 on the jam. Trisket returning from the bench, and a hop on the inside.
That was a pretty hop.
Darth Skater forgetting he wasn't lead jammer. This will be going for one full more minute. But Darth picked up another 4, and on the inside again. 16 on this jam so far. The force is strong with this one. And that Denver defense keeping Trisket back. Darth pulling back and forth. Trisket pushing against the Denver wall. Bridging out the Pixie defense. Darth spending some time on the ground pushing, it looks like, but back up again. Trisket looks like got out of the Denver defense and is around now, picking up 4 points for the Pixies. Down to the last few seconds on this jam. And Darth Skater picked up a forearm, would be heading to the penalty box with only 5 seconds left. Trisket gets knocked down. Painbow heading into the penalty box at the last second. I think an out-of-play contact possibly.
Looks like both coaches are on the track, talking to the referees about things. And no, we got a timeout from the Pixies. So, folks, excellent time during a timeout is always a time to get up, move around. If you see somebody selling merch, it's a good time to throw your money down. Make sure you take something home with you, a souvenir. Support local roller derby. Support your local roller derby. Support my local roller derby. Go to the concession stands. And a quick reminder, we are having bathroom issues. That's why I put the porta potties outside. I realize it is no fun to get out there and in the wind, but then I would say to you, go ahead and volunteer, put on some skates, and you could use the beautiful inside toilet. But that's just a reminder that if we don't want liquid on the floor out here, we keep the use down to just the skaters.
Here's some support from Denver's minor Turbulence out there for their sibling team.
I see Denver Minor Turbulence has recruited some of the Boulder County Devils over there cheering for you.
The only thing separating Boulder and Denver is that Highway 36. So with Darth Skater in the penalty box.
All right, we got a power start here. Little Miss Savage, number 3 for the Pixies coming out. Denver's got a blocker and a jammer in the box, so they're at a big disadvantage. Gold Rusher out there plowing the road. But Denver doing a good job trying to slow down the Little Miss Savage, but she eventually breaks free. She comes back around, takes a look at it, says, I want to go this way, and goes to the inside, able to keep everything in bounds, and moves forward. They put the pack on the move, and now the pack is rolling. This is something unique to Junior Derby. You don't see this too much in the Adult Derby. Darth Skater has been released, and with a furious vengeance, he comes out of there. He's rested. He doesn't feel that penalty was deserved, so he tried to get as much as he could, and it gets called off before he can get back around.
Russ is giving a shout-out to the Pixie coaches, Cheesy and Sam Ice Slam. Of course, coaches out there are all volunteering their time to guide these players, develop them, make them excellent roller derby players. Many of them hoping to see them on the track in future years as they get to play in the adult leagues. Denver coaches out there, we have Smash, She Be Dangerous, and Luna. And I'm seeing several of our adult skaters at home watching here today on the feed. We greatly appreciate that, especially I know with Y'all Stars going on this weekend as well.
No, we appreciate any time somebody donates a little time to the juniors. We do see a lot of local roller derby players out there. We have in the audience today. They have no children involved. They're just coming out to watch good roller derby, foster the relationship between the juniors and the adults. So when these guys age out, they can just move right on into the next level.
You got 2-2-2 Karma jamming for the Pixies against number 88 Track Mamba for Denver. And that whistles. They started off trying to get through, but getting blocked by the defense. Track Mamba taking a forward position. Karma is stringing out the Denver defense one by one. They get to reform there. Track Mamba pushing one by one against the Pixies and is out as lead jammer for Denver. That Track Mamba striking again. Karma still pushing against Denver defense. By Mars Bars and Dynamite Dog not giving up an inch, but Mars Bars heading to the penalty box. Track Mamba getting knocked out on the inside. Going to be pulled back as Pixies lose a jammer as well. Karma is out now, able to score some points. And Track Mamba calls off that jam, picking up a single point on that last pass.
It's a seesaw. It's a battle. This is going to be a low-scoring Detroit versus Minnesota type game, middle of winter. Looks like Powerhouse coming out there for the Pixies, going head-to-head with number 10, Sid Vicious for the Denver Major Turbulence. Both teams have players in the penalty box for blockers. Denver down 2, Pixies down 1. Powerhouse comes up, trips over the line. Oh! And a surprise, Sid Vicious pops out of there. Sid Vicious is loose. Now Powerhouse half a track behind is coming up. Sid Vicious picks her thing, and some good offense by the Denver team gets Sid Vicious to move forward. Denver gets some help back when Powerhouse hits the pack right at full speed. Powerhouse trying to get through there, tiptoeing along the line, and Powerhouse able to push through. Only about 10 feet separate the two. Uh-oh, Powerhouse has a skate come untied. That's going to slow his world down. He's going to have to exit the skate. That's not safe. They got a unlaced skate out there flailing around. That can cause some damage. And Sid Vicious has got 8-4. 18 points separate these two teams. You got a feeling this game ain't over till it's over. Sid Vicious slips in, slips out. Sid Vicious battling with Gold Rusher. Gold Rusher shoves out Sid Vicious. But then number 2 comes over there to help Sid Vicious. Gold Rusher recovers. Gold Rusher gets help from Glitter Bomb. Sugar and Spike, Gold Rush. And Glitter Bomb out there starting to slow Sid Vicious down as Powerhouse cooks off a penalty. Sid Vicious won't be denied. Has piled up 6 points, brought this game within 10. Powerhouse picks up another forearm penalty, heading back to the box. That's going to give Denver not only a power jam, but they're going to start with a power start there and have about 20 plus seconds on it.
Big gain there by Denver. Missy Elliott, big blocking by Sugar and Spike. And Kate Leos, Sid. Official review being called by the Pixies.
So it looks like the Pixies are the ones calling the official review on this one. They saw something they want to correct or add or something like that. They brought their case to the referees. The referees are going to get together in a very stoic, solemn fashion and discuss what they think they saw. They're all going to have their input. Everybody's voice is heard. And if anybody saw it, they'll discuss it.
Is Chris out there? Not taking pictures. Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you to our photographers out there. We got Rich Vossler and Mama Bear. And Brian Puddin-Pender. Missed a call out from Jeremy to his kid out there, Bomber. Also, thank you for the play-by-play. Salty and I are extremely grateful for being up here, giving you guys a play-by-play, helping the stream know what's going on. And Pixies will not retain their official review. Agreed, Jason Gonshore on the feed here. These teams are going toe-to-toe. This is a good matchup.
Only 7 points separating the two teams. Because there was nothing added or changed, we will move forward with it. Pixies will lose their official review for the remainder of this half, but get it back next half. Now, I found out yesterday you only get 3 timeouts for the whole game. So that was something I didn't know. I thought you got 3 per half.
That's the thing about roller derby. There's a lot going on. You're always learning stuff. And I see Jasmanian Devil will be starting off this powered start for Denver with Powerhouse, the jammer for the Pixies, starting off in the penalty box. And there we go, jam number 18. With 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in this game, in this first half. Jazzy's pushing against the Pixies defense there, trying to string him out. Now I got to get some help from their Denver defense. Jazzy's being recycled back to the pivot line by Glitter Bomb. And there goes Jazzy through, getting lead jammer for Denver. Powerhouse getting pulled back and go up against that Denver defense again, getting pushed back on the inside. Jazzy out on the straightaway. Fancy footwork on the outside, staying inside and picking up 4 points for Denver. 3 points between these two teams. We could have a lead change here very soon. Powerhouse getting pushed back at the pivot line and being held there. Pixies losing a blocker to the box. Denver working that line, keeping Powerhouse in. Jazzy's got 1 blocker left. Glitter Bomb working against the Pixies. And the crowd is giving lots of encouragement to Jasmanian Devil. We do have a lead change. Denver up by 1. We have a star pass for the Pixies. Goal rusher is now jammer for the Pixies, coming back in hot and strong. Last-ditch attempt by Cottonmouth. And a high block on goal rusher. And another penalty on Jasmanian Devil. Both. We have a jammer swap here. And it sounded like official timeout here Or was that the end of the jam? That was the end of the jam.
Well, I don't think the jammer got released. They had two jammers sitting in the box, and once Jasmanian Devil got there, they should have immediately released Gold Rusher. I think there was a little bit of confusion, and they just called a stop to it, so we didn't have any other penalties occurring.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure if it just ended on the 2 minutes because we were getting close, I know. All right, now we have an official timeout. Get those last points figured out. Denver picked up 3 on the last pass for a total of 11 on the jam. Jasmanian Devil will be sitting just for a few seconds in the penalty box.
Yeah, I think Gold Rusher had gotten there maybe 5 seconds or so, and then Jasmanian Devil is right in behind.
Yeah, as a penalty box manager, man, those jammer swaps can be confusing and keep you on your toes.
I did the penalty box for a minute at one game, and I realized you have to have 100% focus on one thing. And as an announcer, I get to watch the game, but at the penalty box, you could not take your eye off that one thing. And the same thing with the scorekeepers. They have to keep their eye on the jam refs the whole time, otherwise they'll miss something. So here we go. Little Miss Savage is going to come out of that after all that, and Little Miss Savage pops right out of there quickly. Only a few seconds, and she's down the road. But immediately released is Jasmanian Devil. Jasmanian Devil keeping the star on. Joe with that patented little hop there. Little Miss Savage gets around the apex. We got a tie score, and now Little Miss Savage grabs hold and takes the lead. Another lead change. Little Miss Savage is on a rail here. They're coming in there full speed, not cutting much speed, not getting much resistance from Denver. And now Jasmanian Devil is loose. But Little Miss Savage sees Jasmanian Devil loose, calls it off. We'll see if we get another jam off.
And there we have been brought to the end of the first half into intermission. And as a great reminder from Rusty here, thank you also to our medics out there. We absolutely could not have roller derby without our medics. So we are going to take 14 minutes here to honor the intermission, and we will see you back later. And we're just down to less than 1 minute before we begin the second half here of Denver Major Turbulence and Pixies Roller Derby. This is Game 7 of the Great Salt Quake this weekend. Thank you to everybody here in Wasatch, Salt Lake City for hosting us this weekend. Love the opportunity to come up here to play some roller derby. Always some great games. Love hearing the cheering from our crowd. And I'm starting to see some more of our adult players from Denver. Ace, Gay of Reckoning. Go Denver. Thanks, Gay. And there we go. We're going to start this second half here with Little Miss Savage, number 3, jamming for the Pixies against Darth Skater, number 181 for Denver. And there we go. Jam number 1 on the second half. Darth weaving in and out. Getting a nice block there by Brutal Beauty. Goal Rush keeping Darth and Denver keeping Little Miss Savage back. Hello Destroyer and Belladonna pushing Little Miss Savage as she takes lead position now. Forward position, I mean. And there goes Darth getting ping pong back and forth between the Pixie blockers. Denver out front with Darth, and Darth is out as lead jammer for Denver. And it looks like Little Miss Savage makes it through as well on initial pass. So both these players are going to be able to score this time. Darth in the pack picking up some points. Keeping an eye on Little Miss Savage, and he calls it off. Picking up 3 points for Denver.
Still a seesaw battle, anybody's game right now. Pixies have the advantage. 72-65. We see 000 Trisket coming out. Going up against number 88, the Track Mamba. Both packs backed off to the pivot line. They take off. Trisket goes right into the inside. Gets shoved out by 0-2 for Denver. Cycled back. Track Mamba gets the packs to separate. Good lateral movement, trying to get people off balance. Track Mamba moving everybody forward. Trisket coming in with power and speed. Trisket blows through there first. Trisket is your lead jammer. Trisket back around. The pack starting to get on the move, though. Denver Wall takes a big hit on him. All right, that 0-2 I've called out a couple times as Rainbow Bomber, giving it everything she's got tonight. Trisket goes through, blows through for 4 points. That's not an easy 4 points. He's earned every one of those. Every hip he passed took a hit on him. Trisket cycling back. The Denver Wall cycling back. Still trying to power through. There's Black Track Mamba. Track Mamba trying to get around. 2 more to beat. Pixies having to break people off to bridge. Doing a good job. 2-on-1 blocking. Now Track Mamba slips through. And Trisket heads out at the exact wrong time because Track Mamba's coming around looking to score. 30 seconds left in this jam. Can't call it off. Track Mamba trying to get in there. Takes a big hit. Gathers themselves. Track Mama trying to get around Powerhouse. Can't seem to figure it out. And now Powerhouse heads off. Looks like right at the end there, Powerhouse picked up that penalty. That'll leave one blocker in the box for the Pixies.
Little Miss Savage, number 3, will be jamming for the Pixies. And number 10, Sid Vicious, jamming for Denver. There we go. Pixies down. Little Miss Savage out, lead jammer for the Pixies. Sid Vicious getting knocked out on the inside, but coming back in. Little Miss Savage jump on the inside, getting knocked on the infield. There we go. Sid Vicious is out. Little Miss Savage picking up that penalty for that apex jump. Mid-air collision, and now a power jam for Denver and Sid Vicious. Goal rush knocking Sid out, but also going out of bounds. So 4 points for Denver. Pixies getting all their blockers back onto the track. Sid Vicious coming back in to look for some points. Denver going to kind of force the string out for the Pixies. Little Miss Savage back onto the track, winding up to approach the pack. And Sid Vicious gets a track cut, heading to the penalty box. With under 1 minute left, Miss Savage picking up 4 points for the Pixies. And Painbow will be heading to the box for Denver. Only 2. Couldn't quite tell those two. Looks like it was 3 points on that last pass for Savage. Cottonmouth knocking Miss Savage out on the apex. Little Miss Savage getting through, 4 points on that pass. Sid Vicious back on the track. And that was the end of that jam, a 2-minute jam. 3 points picked up by Denver on the pass. Total of 7 for Denver, a total of 11 for the Pixies. And now we have a timeout for Denver.
Now, just a reminder, we do have another game after this starting at 1:15. So please make yourself available. We will be seeing the Colorado County Devils going up your very own Wasatch Assault. And just a general reminder to everybody, the bathrooms inside are for volunteers and skaters only. If you are using the bathroom inside and you have not volunteered your time, you are in violation and are relegated to the outside and use the porta potties outside. This is for everybody's safety because if the toilets back up, water on the track is a bad thing. So please remind yourself, if you are not volunteering, you get to use the outside accoutrements. We have provided air conditioning in those, so they are luxury accoutrements. And here we go, Trisket out there against Jasmanian Devil. We've seen this movie before. It's a battle of zeros and ones. They're both moving laterally. Both of them have excellent lateral movement and with quick burst speed. Trisket's got one more to beat and does. Trisket is loose coming around turn 4. Full head of steam. Trisket's got 4. Pixie starting to stretch a little bit of a lead. Denver's going to come up with a plan for this. Triscuit scoops up another 4. Jasmanian Devil yet to break containment yet. Now Karma head into the box for a cut track penalty. Triscuit out there battling the entire Denver 4 wall. They're not moving. They have packs, so they decide where the game is played.
All right, we're going to see Darth Skater here, number 181. Jamming for Denver. Little Miss Savage, number 3. And Darth out on the outside. Fancy footwork keeping in. He is lead jammer. Little Miss Savage back between the two lines. Working against the Denver defense. Darth Skater sliding through the Pixie defense. Picking up 4 points for Denver. Little Miss Savage pushing against the Denver wall. Looks like now we have a full complement of teams out there. Darth Skater, another 4-8 on the jam so far. Little Miss Savage is now out, able to score on the next pass. And there, Darth finds the inside open. And Little Miss Savage knocked out on the inside by Cottonmouth. Here comes Darth back in. Knocked out by Karma and Gold Rush on the inside. Taking a little breather and looking at strategy this time. Oh, just feet going on the outside. Little Miss Savage pushing hard. Darth picking up another 4. Hella Destroyer going to be heading to the box on a low block. And it looks like we got Gold Rush getting through. Initial pass. And Gold Rush picking up 4 points. Darth picked up 4 more points on that last pass for a total of 20 on the jam. 8 points between these two teams right now.
And now we have a timeout for White. Looks like White's out there wanting to explain something to him. We've only got 8 points separating these two teams. Things are getting a little tense, so they're going to do everything they can to calm things down a little bit, bring the tension down. Which means we switch to Derby Disco. Always a mood changer.
Absolutely.
All right, it looks like the referees are sorting out the penalties, making sure they got the calls right, making sure everything's being handed out.
And we have Sid Vicious, number 10, taking on 000 Trisket. Sid taking a hard hit there. Getting back up again and taking lead position out there. Trisket being recycled back by Veruca Assault. And it's Rainbow Bomber. Sid Vicious is out. Lead jammer for Denver. God save the Queen. Trisket looks like they're out as well after initial pass. Sid squeaking by for 4 points for Denver and calling off that jam. Again, another 4 points crossing that 100 mark. We are at 100 to 104.
I think it's anybody's game right now. All it's going to take is one good jam to offset it. Denver sends out Track Mamba. She's going to go head-to-head with Sugar and Spite. They both line up, exchange pleasantries. Whistle blows and they head forward right into the middle. Now they both go to the outside. Track Mamba tiptoeing along the lines, but staying in. Bodies flying. Sugar and Spite and Mamba right next to each other, pushing. Pack separates a little bit. Denver holding back Sugar and Spite, but also Pixies are holding back Mamba. Starting to get a little separation. Gold Rusher recycles Mamba back along with Powerhouse. And now Sugar and Spike get cycled back by Mars Bar. All I could think about last night was, God, I want a Mars Bar. And I don't think they make them anymore. That's probably have to go to England or Canada, and that's going to cost me extra now. So there we go. The Pixies break out. Sugar and Spite, after a minute of fighting, gets out first. Powerhouse and Mamba now battling each other and jousting. Striking Viking drops back to help out Powerhouse. Mamba slips to help it cover off. Whole pack is in a scrum, more like a rugby scrum, it looks like. We got a cut track penalty coming to somebody.
Dynamite Dog.
That's Dynamite Dog. That's a DAGG. And there we go with the call off. We have 2 solid minutes of pushing with no points. That's a calorie burner right there.
Pixies able to increase that lead by 7, just 2-7 by increasing it 3. A lot of encouragement on the feed here for Glitter and Darth, as well as Sid. Coach Cott saying she's not going to have any nails after this game, and I agree. We got Jasmanian Devil and Little Miss Savage out there jamming. Both of them working hard to get past their defense, their opposing defense. Jasmanian Devil getting recycled back. Little Miss Savage looks like he'll be out first. Lead jammer for the Pixies. Veruca Assault heading to the penalty box now. 1 in, 1 out. And there we go. Little Miss Savage on the inside. Getting past Rainbow Bomber. Picking up 4 points. Jasmanian Devil hoping to find some avenues on the inside there. Using her blockers. 1 more left. Little Miss Savage through again for 4 points for the Pixies. And the penalty box is empty now, so everybody is out there. Little straightaway jump for Little Miss Savage. Jasmanian Devil still working hard against that Pixie defense. Amazing defense here today. Some of the best defense we've seen this weekend. 4 points for Little Miss Savage. And it looks like Jasmine Devil is out now after that initial run through. Little Miss Savage calling off the jam with only 20 seconds left. Picking up 16 points on the jam.
All right, here we go. Darth Skater up against Trisket. It's almost like Spaceballs, not Empire Strikes Back, but here we go. Whoa! Over the top goes Gold Rush. He keeps himself up. Trisket, the two-pack separated. Now Darth Skater's out first. Pixies draw back to try to help Trisket. Trisket is loose, but a track behind, 1 lap behind Darth Skater. 24 points separate the two teams. Now 20. Darth, realizing Trisket's coming, gets the cue from the coach and calls it off.
A shout out for Go Sugar out there. Number 22, Catatomic Bomb out there, going to be jamming for Denver against Little Miss Savage. I believe this is Bomb's first appearance as a jammer this game. There we go. Denver taking the Little Miss Savage right back at the jammer line. Catatomic Bomb up at the pivot, taking forward position. Little Miss Savage breaking through the Denver defense and around for a lead jammer. Catatomic Bomb pushing and pushing against that Pixie wall, trying to make it through. Getting some help from their own blockers. And Little Miss Savage is out with 4 points for the Pixies. Definitely seeing some fatigue out there as these jammers and blockers have all been working very hard.
I'm impressed. We didn't see it the first half, but you're starting to see a little fatigue setting in now.
Absolutely. As I said, 2 minutes doesn't seem like a lot, but if you're skating your heart out, 2 minutes is an eternity.
I played hockey my whole life. If I got trapped out there for a 2-minute wall or a 2-minute line, my feet and legs were on fire.
Catatomic Bomb now out in front, working and trying to stretch out that Pixie defense. Little Miss Savage out in the back, getting held by a wall of Denver blockers. Looks like Catatomic Bomb is going to be pulled back all the way back to the straightaway between turn 2 and 3. Pixies losing a blocker there to the penalty box. And I hear a whistle and a blue, so that means Rainbow Bomber is heading penalty box, and Catatomic Bomb is out now after that initial pass. Little Miss Savage calling off the jam after another 4 points.
All right, we're picking right back up. We've got Sid Vicious, number 10, going out against 1849 Gold Rusher. They split. Gold Rusher outside. Vicious on the inside, now the middle. Now they're both big scrum pack in the middle, pushing, and then Sid Vicious gets shoved out by Powerhouse. Cycled back in. Gold Rusher gets loose. And now Vicious is loose. Gold Rusher coming through, calling it off as he's twisting and turning. Oh, we have an official timeout. Looks like we're getting everything settled in the penalty box. Again, their concern with the referees is making sure they get all the calls right. Make sure we have nothing but track safety. Balake asking for 1 minute. There's something under the bench they're looking for. I hope it's not a mouse. We have had mice in the depot before. They usually freeze over the winter. All right, it looks like Darth Skater's lining up against Karma. Whistle blows, Karma going to the outside. Darth Skater trying to pun him up the middle. Only one Denver blocker out there. That was tough to try to stop Karma. They did what they could. They're starting to get some help back. They push up to the top of the apex, and then they push out Karma. Karma gets cycled back. She did establish lead jammer. Darth Skater has not gotten loose yet. Neither one has gotten loose, but Karma is the lead jammer. She cleared all the hips, but then got recycled in there. So she's going to have to fight her way through. Darth Skater starting to get some momentum. So is Karma. Oh, it's a drag race, folks. Jammer on jammer drag race. Karma realized that the Darth is going to put in those long legs to work. Calls it off before they get back to the pack.
Jason back in Denver says somebody must have dropped a Mars bars under the bench there for you.
Oh, if there's a Mars bar, I will go over there and fight for it.
Triple Aught Zero Trick Skid will be out there jamming for the Pixies against Sid Vicious, number 10 for Denver. We've seen this matchup quite a bit today so far. I hear a whistle. We'll see who's heading to the bench, but Sid Vicious is lead jammer for Denver. Not far behind is Trisket. Pixies lost a blocker to the penalty box. This is going to have to be a well-timed play here. Sid Vicious throwing the hips in the back to pick up 3 points.
Smart move on Vicious's part. Realizing they had Trisket coming right up behind them, call it off right before they get there. Of course, you're calling it triple lot made me think I should start ciphering. Those of a certain age will know what we mean when we say ciphering and triple lot. The rest of you, I don't know what to tell you. Here we go, Little Miss Savage up against Darth Skater. Savage to the outside, Darth to the inside. Darth up against Powerhouse. Gets shoved out hard by Brutal Beauty. Then Brutal Beauty takes a hit. Gold Rusher comes in, cycles Darth Skater back more. Darth Skater gets himself, collects himself, goes to the outside. Little Miss Savage plowing right up the middle, and now Darth Skater is loose. The force is strong with this one. And now we have a star pass. It looks like hands off, and it's Gold Rusher who's got the star. They're trying to get it inside out, right side out. Got the star on. They're settled. They're coming in. Darth Skater looking at them. Coaches say call it before they get there.
Number 10, Sid Vicious is out there for Denver. Again against the 000 threat of Trisket. There we go, jam number 15. We got 5 minutes left in this game here, folks. Both the jammers working through. Sid Vicious is out. Lead jammer. Trisket working against the Denver defense, getting ping-pong back and forth, but gets out as well. Sid Vicious just facing a powerhouse there at the end, picking up 3 points.
All right, Darth Skater going up against Little Miss Savage. Whistle blows and they go right up the middle. Now they're the inside. Now they're laterally moving back and forth trying to get through there. Teams are not turning over. They've shortened their benches as much as they can. Darth thought he's trying to get through, but realized I better make sure. Gets in there right behind Blue Beauty. Goes forward. Gold Rusher shoves him out of bounds. Glitter Bomb cycles Darth Skater way back, and Little Miss Savage is out. Little Miss Savage is not lead jammer, though. Oh, and Darth gets a cut track penalty. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. Little Miss Savage has got 4 coming around. You see him starting to suck air a little bit here. The altitude's getting to him. Air is getting a little thinner. They've had 3 games under their belts right now. Anybody would be hurting. I think adults trying to play 3 or 4 games in a weekend would be disastrous. Kids are expected to do it. Little Miss Savage gets through there. Under 3 minutes left in the game. Big bodies flying out there. You can hear the thuds. And now we have a star pass. Gold Rusher takes the star and moves forward. Now Darth looks to do the same, but no, Darth keeps the star and moves forward. Gold Rusher's got 4 coming up here. 2 seconds left in this jam.
Derby gets to happen, and then we play as safe as possible.
At this point in the weekend, all our ankles are a little weaker, our knees hurt, and accidents happen, and ankles twist. It's good to see they walked off on their own power. And I think Mom's over there to make sure everything's okay. So here we go. We're going to start off with Sid Vicious versus Sugar and Spite. Both packs backed off to the pivot line. 41 points separate these two teams. 2 minutes left in the game. There might be 2 jams left. Might be 1. We'll see. About 30 seconds in. Nobody's broke containment yet. Looks like Sid Vicious is trying. He's got one more to beat. They're starting to spread out. And there we go. Sid Vicious is loose. Oh, and an excellent Denver play as they take Sugar and Spite into their own player. Powerhouse and Sugar and Spite have to recycle back. Sid Vicious is back into the pack and trying to score now. Takes a big hit from Brutal Beauty, but Brutal Beauty steps out, so they move forward. All right, a cut track penalty. That gives a power jam, and nobody can call it off now. So there's only 2 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Oh, my goodness, 29. Just opened up the bomb bay doors and let it fly. I guess that's why we're called Hella Destroyer. Little Miss Savage comes out there for white. Blue's got their jammer in the box. It is a power start for Little Miss Savage. Blue jammer is standing, so it's not going to be very long. Pack's all the way up on the pivot line, packed over to the inside. So that means that's exactly where the jammer will go, is right into the inside. Unfortunately, we got both medics tied up right now. When the medics have their backs to this track, we cannot skate. We do want medics' eyes on the track at all times because they are not concerned about Derby. They're only concerned about the health of the children. So as long as we've got both their backs turned, we will not start Derby. And it looks like that's going to call the game. Oh, that looks like it. There we go. The game's over due to injury. Your Pixies at 156 to Major Turbulence at 116. We invite you to come out to the gray track. Get it ready as we send all these super smelly humans all the way around the track. Bring up a little breeze so you get to enjoy their odor before you put them in your car. All right, and your winners tonight would be your Pixies in white, 000 Trisket, 13 Glitter Bomb, 14 Striking Viking, 1849 Gold Rusher, 222 Karma, 26 Sugar and Spite, 27 Firecracker, number 3 Little Miss Savage, 426 Ace Hard Scare, number 8 Powerhouse, and number 9 Brutal Beauty.
And now your Denver Major Turbulence team, number 02, Rainbow Bomber, number 10, Sid Vicious, number 11, Painbow, number 1111, Jasmanian Devil, number 17, Dynamite Dog, number 181, Darth Skater, number 19, Choo-Choo Jinx, number 22, Catatomic Bomb, number 23, Belladonna, number 29, Hella Destroyer, number 42, Veruca Assault, number 44, Mars Bars, number 16, El Diablo, number 63, Red Rover, number 18, Cottonmouth, and number 88, Track Mamba.
All right, folks, we're going to get ready, reset. Next up is going to be your very own Utah Wasatch Juniors Assault versus the Boulder County Devils. That game's scheduled to start at 1:15, so we'll be ready right after that. Big shout out to Denver. Thank you for making it out here. Hope to see you stay for part of the game. If not, have a safe trip home. And thank you for coming. We'll see you in March. When's your Colorado Chaos?
Will be May. Memorial Day weekend, Colorado Chaos. So thank you very much, Salty Bear and Wasatch, for hosting us this weekend. Always a pleasure to be up here with you. And thank you to all the teams out here. Everyone did so great. We'll hope to stick around for the next game, but we'll see you later, Salty.
But Andy, have a safe trip home.
Thank you very much.